Alright, hello. 2025 Louvre Heist. Remember this? We talked about it a little bit at the time, not very much. Again, this was around about the date when we were looking at for Madonna on October the 22nd for something interesting to happen. Anyway, this happened a few days before. And what was interesting, they did, after this, they did shut the Louvre until the 22nd. They reopened it on the 22nd. But we're going to do some connections now with just a couple of things that happen with this. So it's like a really simple decode and a simple prediction out for a date. Just with like the most obvious things that are in this robbery. Okay. So if you recall, we'll go through it now. If you recall, so one of the main things was this kind of ladder lift thing that they had. I guess they use this for moving furniture up and down or whatever. But anyway, it was referenced as a ladder first and foremost, or at least people, in the news media mentioned ladder with this, and it looks like a big ladder as well. But I guess it has a platform that goes up and down. Anyway, so we have this ladder reference here with this robbery. Okay, so number one, ladder. Okay, number two. Let's go back to the robbery itself. When they stole all the stuff, what they did, they stole all this stuff, okay, and these robbers that are so clever to put that lift up against the side of the building, get in, get some cabinets opened, okay, grab all this stuff, right, and on the way out, going down the road, they happen to drop this crown. So they drop the crown here. So there's your two references. Because really, what's the likelihood that you're gonna drop the crown on the way out? Come on. So this is a little staged event, probably. Anyway, so we have ladder and crown as our main sort of things to do with this robbery, right? And obviously we got 119 numerology, and we've also got that date of when it happened as well. So what we're going to do is we'll just quickly look. Here's Louvre, yeah, 93. Again, when does this take place? 9:30 in the morning. Again, you can get 9:30 if you switch that to 24-hour clock. You can get 213. Yeah, 21:30. 213, Lucas numbers, a lot of stuff a lot of these references with the Hoover Dam back to Lucas numbers, back to 213. So this is interesting with the 9:30 of the Hoover Dam's birthday, also changes back to 213 as well. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. So 93 there, ladder is 44, which I thought, oh, well, that's really interesting because of this date that we've been looking at for Madonna for 4/4, okay, and also the 118 in here, the 69. All this stuff's interesting, but the other thing they dropped, okay, is get off that crown. Okay, now let's look at crown. It's a 62 26 73. Madonna is a 62 26 37. Okay, so you have a fairly reasonable match on crown. And then if you look at ladder as well, and you look at the reductions on ladder, it's a 2637, and Madonna is also a 2637. So okay, so there's some quite nice matches there. I always it's always good if you've got at least two matches, or we've got kind of a partial third one there with the 37 and the 73. Okay, so we've got some fairly reasonable matches there. So anyway, 44 for Madonna is what we've been looking at. So I thought, you know what, I'd just run out, do a date calculation from the theft to 4/4 to the ladder. Okay, and lo and behold, 168 days, which is the 16th of August, Madonna's birthday. Okay, Yeah, the 168 numerology is Madonna's birthday on 4/4 from the Louvre, the ladder to steal the crown, which is Madonna. Oh, okay. I think that's it for the thing. I don't think there was. Oh, I'll tell you what I'll do just very quickly. I'm not actually going to. There's a couple of little references back with this now to other things, so you can see kind of why this sort of fits in with stuff as well. Okay, so Back to the Future, the hoverboard scene. Okay, Marty's just gone in the drink, been reborn. Okay, this is to do with the Hoover Dam, hover and Hoover, and also with if you do the reverse JL decode, reverse alphabet decode on hover, it is Elvis. Okay, so hover and Elvis are extremely tied together. Okay. Anyway, the just as we did, and if you haven't seen, also this whole scene as well tied in with Charlie Kirk with the um, baseball and also with the Louvre as well, because the Louvre is underneath the Louvre. This is what I'm getting to. Is a shopping mall. Okay, so this is Marty coming up from the shops, from the shopping mall, coming up this tunnel here. Okay, coming out of the tunnel, which we've been talking about for maybe for 331, a tunnel incident, and so there's been a lot of connections with this. But anyway, the Louvre has Carousel. What is it called? I've got it in here. Carousel de Louvre. Okay, the underground shopping mall. Okay, and don't forget the Louvre has the glass. Yeah, it's not the glass pyramid, but this is like what is on the clock tower, the old building with the new glass in front of it. Okay, let me show you. Let's go back to this scene here, and we'll go back to the where they bust through the glass. Okay, let's just go back, see if we can get the glass in one piece. This is the batter up. Remember that Charlie Kirk's death was baseball related. Okay, and let's see if we can get the front of the courthouse here. Marty's going to go in the drink and be reborn. It's like the Hoover Dam coming down. Okay, so I could just get the front of the courthouse. Come on. Hang on. Let's see. Well, we can get the. Here it is, right? So this, the triangular shapes. Again, this was echoed with Charlie Kirk's the area where he was shot. If you look from above, but this is the pyramid, the glass window in front of the old building, so to speak. Yeah, with the shopping mall underneath. So there's that connection to this whole thing, and I'll do some more on this because I'll show you something. I've got, well, it's an old video of mine, but I'll do another one because I saw Cody was talking about something the other day. I'll try and do a reference back to it in another video. This is Lady Gaga's 911 video. Now you notice this with the Black Madonna, the dead Jesus, or what we've been talking about in I Pet Goat, Lazarus. Okay, so the 4 reference, so the 3-3 reference with Jesus and his resurrection, well, Lazarus is a 4. Okay, so 44 is an interesting connection with Lazarus. And in this scene, or in this whole thing, I'm going to do another separate video on this, but just after this point, there's a bunch of references to Madonna dying at this point. Let me see if I can get on the. I want to see if I can show you this, because they reference this blooming ladder again in here. Actually, they reference the ladder a couple of times in this. And there are some references to Gematria in here, like I don't know how to say it, but they do make it obvious to use Gematria in here. So this is the, there's at least 3 things in here. The Hoover Dam is in this video, the Golden Gate Bridge, and JL Space Needle is in here as well. But anyway, this is what I'm trying to get to. So this is the Hoover Dam reference. And this, here is the ladder again, 4-4. Okay? So, we'll leave it at that, okay, for this decode. But I wanted to just say that, you know, the reason why you kind of look at these things is because they're in other things as well. You know, this ladder reference is in here, and there's a bunch of Madonna references in here. Okay, that's why we look at these things. Okay, and also on the subject, one last thing. The crown belonged to whoever it was, Eugenie, Princess Eugenie. Anyway, I've got her birthday and death day in here, and again, 34400 days. The 44's in here, and the day before as well. Okay, and I've had, the reason why I left this in here because it's interesting, because I've had a couple of number jumps that when I've been looking at stuff that's been coming up on the 3rd as well, connected with Madonna. But of course, I'm not doing everything. I haven't got time to do a million videos right now. So, but anyway, that I thought was just interesting, especially with her, the 55, the 55, and the 711. You know, and also the weeks and years, the weeks and months. Sorry, no, what am I looking at here? That is also interesting. 94 years, 4 weeks, 4 days. Okay, so 94 years, 9 weeks, 4 days. Is that what I said? Oh, don't know anymore. Okay, so that's that one. That is just interesting. Again, from the Louvre Heist to 4-4, the ladder, 168 days. Interesting, isn't it? Okay, I'll do another one now. Thanks for watching this one. I'll catch you on another one in a minute. All right, bye.